All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Workbench, your resource rich weekly podcast and newsletter for local service entrepreneurs. As always, the Workbench is brought to you by Lead Truffle, the number one AI speed to lead service for local service businesses. Today, very excited to be joined by Chris Rios. He's the founder and CEO of Ultra Shine Window Cleaning and Holiday Lights. Chris, super excited to dive into your background, your business, your multiple business lines, and how you've really started this business from the ground up and scaled it to where it is today. For folks who aren't familiar with you, Chris, or your business, do you mind giving us a little background on yourself and your company?
Sure. So I was started as a full-time firefighter paramedic, doing that, looking for a side job, started the window cleaning business, did that for several years, just kind of as a side job to kind of pay some bills and, just kind of have some extra spending cash. Uh, about 3 or 4 years into the window cleaning, I found the Christmas lights and started hanging Christmas lights. That really took off for us. I almost quit after year one, just wasn't feeling it, but it's kind of grown to where we do service over 250 customers a year now, all over the central Kansas, from Wichita to Salina, Hayes, the Manhattan area, and beyond. A couple years of doing both. I was still working at the fire department and decided I just wanted to focus on one, focus solely on the holiday lights. And we've done that for several years. And then about earlier this year, we started having customers reach out to us again for window cleaning. So we brought that back into the business and joined the two of them together.
Nice. So when you were talk to us a little bit about those early days, kind of having the full-time job with being a firefighter and having this sort of side hustle with the windows, or did it start with lights and then go to windows, or vice
We
versa?
started with windows and went to lights, and then back added the window cleaning back this year.
Okay. Yeah. So what was that like, having a full-time, pretty stressful job and doing this on the side?
It was, like I said, it was just kind of a side gig just to have a little extra spending cash. About probably, I'd say 2017, 2018, somewhere right in there, the Christmas lights really took off, and I started realizing, I could make more money doing this in a short 3-month period than I could working a whole year at the fire department. So I really went gung ho. I knew by 2023 I could take an early retirement from the fire department and focus solely on the business. So I did that. It was, trying to manage and juggle having to work overtimes or, being up all night at the fire department and then having to come work the next day and focus on the business. It was a struggle, plus having a family at home. It was definitely a struggle, but it just drove me to work harder to get it built to where I needed to so I could retire early and focus on the business.
Yeah. And then what was that kind of decision point for you to say, okay, I'm going to leave behind some of the stability that comes with something like a firefighter to go full in on entrepreneurship?
Um, it was a lot of, I'd seen it all, kind of been there. I just kind of started getting that burnout phase, which, as a first responder, you don't want to ever get to, but it happens. You've seen enough tragedy, you've seen enough death. And it was just to the point where I'm separate or divorced from my first wife, who I have my kids with. I only got them every other week as it was. My kids were getting older and being more active and stuff. And I knew I wanted to be able to be home more often and be at their events and activities and just spend more time with them. So that really is what kind of drove me to make that final decision to leave the fire department.
In terms of the business models, it kind of makes sense that cleaning windows and hanging holiday lights would be complementary in the sense that they're both exterior work to a home. Um, talk us through, like, starting with the window cleaning and then saying, hey, maybe we can add holiday lights onto this. And why'd you make that decision? And then just would love to hear about the shared resources. Is it the same truck? Just, yeah. How do you
Sure.
basically, because some people just do one of those two things. How'd you go about combining them?
Yeah. Here in Kansas, it starts to get cold in October. So the window cleaning kind of dies off around that time. So it was just kind of looking for something to carry over into the winter months to kind of keep the pocketbook happy, pay for some Christmas presents, things like that. Saw on one of the Facebook threads that a lot of window cleaners were doing Christmas lights. I thought, how hard is it to hang Christmas lights? I used to help my dad do it all the time at our
Mm.
house. Really got into it, started studying it, watching tons of YouTube videos on what people do, and kind of shifted me over. I already had the ladders, already had a customer base with the window cleaning. So it was a good transition into that. It's a lot of the customers are the same type of customers. They have a little bit more of a disposable income. They want to splurge on themselves, on their houses a little bit more. And so it was a good carryover to add the Christmas lights to that business.
Yeah. So in terms of the business today, can you kind of walk us through, you may not want to obviously give exact numbers, but like employees, the amount of customers, just what's the 101 business case study on a combination window cleaning, holiday lighting,
Sure.
business here in 2025?
So we're like I said, we're very rural Kansas, right in central Kansas. We have a service area of probably about 100 to 125,000 people that we service every year. And in that area, window cleaning, I'm trying to figure out where that customer base is, profit margins, since I just started back a few months ago. But Christmas lights, we do honestly right around 500,000 a year in Christmas lights. And that's Christmas lights, and that's the color changing permanent lights as well. We do those on homes all over the area that customer can put up and leave up and change the colors with an app on their phone and things like that. But yeah, we're right around 500,000 a year. I run with two full-time employees doing all the installs for me. I kind of manage the office here, go out on some of the bigger jobs and help them out. I also have a virtual assistant that helps me throughout, just helping on the back end, doing the invoicing and scheduling and that type of thing.
Yeah. Love that. What works for you for new customers? Is it digital, Facebook ads, referrals? Are you doing any out of home marketing? What's that marketing mix look like for you?
Yeah, so we do a lot of home shows with the permanent lights. Lighting is one of those deals. Window cleaning. Hey, we're gonna be able to see out my window. Lighting is a little bit different, especially with the permanent lighting. Being able to put it in front of somebody's face. So we set up a nice display at a home show and let the customer control the app, let them play with it to get leads that way. We also do a lot of Facebook advertising, yard signs, and door hangers are a lot of our main traffic. We also use a referral network and give a kickback to our whoever refers them whenever they
Mm-hmm.
send somebody our way.
Yeah. Yeah. Love that. What do you think is the biggest challenge when it comes to, let's focus on Christmas lights because it seems like it's probably the busy
Sure.
season now. Is that fair to
Yeah,
say?
that's
Yeah.
very
So like,
fair to
what
say.
do you think is the big? Is it getting the lights to the house, getting them hung? Issues, with the way they're hung. I'm just curious because it does seem like a pretty straightforward job. I'm sure there's a million things that can go wrong.
Sure.
But what do you find to be the hardest part of getting that job done?
Honestly, probably a lot of it's just trying to schedule and keep our guys in one area at a time. So we're not driving all over the country,
Yeah.
going one city to the next and back to this other city. So we start booking our clients in July, August. They start putting their deposits
Wow.
down so we can start getting routes made up and grouping installs together. Now, that doesn't say that, my guys are an hour away from me today installing lights. That doesn't mean I get a lead tomorrow, we close it. We're not back down there in a week or so installing that person's lights. But I'd say definitely scheduling is a major one. Right now, getting product in, with the tariffs hit us this
Hmm.
year pretty hard because all Christmas
Yeah.
products come from China. So that was a huge markup and a hit to the economy for us. Um, and then even getting it to us as a customer, things are getting held up in customs left and right. A lot of the vendors held stuff up at the factories because they're afraid of the tariffs, hoping they'd go down. Didn't go down, then it gets bottlenecked in the shipping and at customs. So that's been a pretty difficult task as well, just having product on hand to be able to go install it whenever we book a customer.
Yeah. Love that, Chris. So yeah, man, I know it's busy season, so we won't hold you too long, but I think as you kind of think about the future of the business and kind of what that might look like, what are you excited about over the next couple of years here for the windows and Christmas lights?
Yeah, we're looking to we've actually kind of already opened up and expanded into the Dallas Fort Worth market. Earlier this
Okay.
year, we've been doing some jobs down there. Um, we have a guy that works for us down there. It's my brother-in-law, and have a couple other installers that help us out where need be. So we got that going on. We're going to expand the window cleaning down there in the spring. We're looking to expand the window cleaning market into Wichita and maybe other areas of Kansas as well. Get a cleaner out in those areas. So that's one of the next over the next couple of years, really wanting to dominate and become the known window cleaning. I'd say, you search on Google for Central Kansas Christmas lights. We're one, if not the number one, we're one of the top two that pop up for that. So we're pretty proud of that over
Mm-hmm.
the 10 years we've been doing the holiday lights. But yeah, really just kind of growing our market and expanding as much as possible.
Yeah, love that. Cool, man. Well, thank you, Chris, for your time during busy season. For folks who want to learn more about your business or maybe connect with you personally, where can folks find you and your company online?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram at Ultrashine Holiday Lights. That's our main page right now. We haven't launched the window cleaning. Actually, I take that back. We do have Ultrashine window cleaning Facebook page as well. Or you can check us out at ultrashineholidaylights.com and learn more about us.
Cool. Sounds good, Chris. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Brian.